Coming up in this week's episode of Coaster News, track for a brand new record-breaking dive coaster has officially been completed, and the opening date for a exciting new attraction has been announced for Pleasure Beach Resort. And as always, got some amazing news from different theme parks, rides, attractions and events all over the world. So let's get straight into the news today. And our top story for tonight, the track for Tormenta Rampaging Run at Six Flags Over Texas has officially been completed. And this is an absolutely huge milestone for this crazy, huge new attraction for Six Flags Over Texas. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically the final piece of track has been lifted into place on this brand new record-breaking roller coaster. Tormenta Rampaging Run is a B&M dive coaster currently under construction at Six Flags Over Texas in Arlington, Texas. Upon opening, Tormenta will claim 6 world records, including but not limited to the records for the tallest, fastest and longest dive coaster in the world. Tormenta Rampaging Run stands 309 feet tall, reaches a top speed of 87 miles per hour and travels over 4,199 feet of track. Vertical construction for Tormenta began in late 2025, with the 309 foot tall lift hill being officially topped off in January 2026. The final piece of track, located on the final turn before the brakes, was installed on the 12th of March 2026. Tormenta Rampaging Run is set to open later this year. So yeah, track has now been completed and it's mid-March-ish. So, you know, I reckon they could easily get this thing open by, I don't know, maybe June or July-ish. It definitely seems on track to be opening definitely around the peak summer times, June, July. Definitely within the middle of the year, and it's going to be absolutely insane when it's actually officially open. And yeah, it looks absolutely insane. Tormenta, it's going to be a weird experience, a giga dive coaster. Yeah, that looks absolutely insane. I can't wait to see actual testing footage of this ride. That's the next step now. They've got to pass all the safety inspections, and then they can start testing it with actual trains on the track. And yeah, that is going to be insane. So I cannot wait to see these next few months now that when Tormenta gets ready for public opening. In other news today, the opening date for Aviktas at Pleasure Beach Resort has officially been revealed, and I'm honestly so excited for this ride's opening. And now that we have an opening date, it's not much longer now until people can actually ride this thing for the first time. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Pleasure Beach Resort have revealed the opening date of their latest ride. Aviktas is an Intamin gyro swing set to open at Pleasure Beach Resort in Blackpool this year. First announced back in March 2025, Aviktas was originally codenamed Project MMXXVI and was slated for a 2026 opening. Costing £8.72 million to construct, Aviktas will claim the record of the tallest gyro swing in the UK, swinging up to a maximum height of 138 feet. In late 2025, vertical construction for Aviktas took place, but testing would not begin until February 2026. On the 19th of March 2026, Pleasure Beach Resort officially confirmed at their season launch event that Aviktas will officially open to the public on the 21st of May 2026. So yeah, we finally have a deadline, 21st of May, which I mean, I was sort of thinking that we're going to get it open by then anyway, because Blackpool, I would say they typically open their new rides around May time, but the last time they actually got a brand new ride, like from the ground up, was Icon. That opened on the 25th of May 2018. I believe Launchpad opened in May last year, I think, off the top of my head. Correct me if I'm wrong, it opened around that time. So yeah, they typically do open their newer sort of attractions like around May time, so it makes sense that they'd be and construction on the ride itself is definitely progressing for like a May opening, especially considering the fact that they've still got to build the whole queue line and the whole landscape around that area, because even though the ride itself is built and it started testing, they've still got to build basically everything around it, like the queue lines, the entrance, the exit, landscaping, possibly like, I don't know if they want to sell like merchandise for the attraction, they may decide to build like, I don't know actually, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what this is going to be. So awesome when this thing opens on 21st of May, and hopefully I should be getting on this ride not long after it opens, but we'll have to wait and see. Also in the news today, the retrack work for Dragon Khan at Portaventura has officially been completed. And yeah, it's great to see this iconic attraction getting the TLC and the love that it deserves from Portaventura. And the opening date that they projecting, in my opinion, seems quite ambitious, but if you don't know what's going on, basically Portaventura have officially completed retrack work on this iconic roller coaster. Dragon Khan is a B&M sit-down looping coaster located at Portaventura World in Salou, Spain. Originally opening in 1996, Dragon Khan claims the world record of the most inversions on any roller coaster in the world at the time, with 8 in total. In late 2025, Portaventura officially announced plans to retrack sections of Dragon Khan in order to improve reliability and smoothness. They revealed plans to retrack the vertical loop and the Cobra Roll sections of the ride's layout. A few days ago, all of the new track had been installed on Dragon Khan, and Portaventura officially confirms that the ride will reopen during Easter week 2026. So yeah, all of the new track has been installed, and the plan to opening during Easter, which to me seems quite ambitious, because Easter week is literally within the next 2 or 3 weeks, and they've only just completed retrack work. Now, even though it's only certain sections that have been retracked, they will obviously have to treat this like it's a brand new coaster, or a relatively new coaster being built, because they've got to test it all, it's got to pass safety inspection, it's got to be approved by the safety inspectors and whatnot before they can actually physically reopen it. Because even though it's only certain sections that are being retracked, they've still got to test it all to make sure it's all safe. So that's as early as next week, and as late as I think 3 weeks from now. I don't know if they're going to actually reach that deadline, considering they've only just, unless they start testing like literally within the next few days. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But either way, it's great to see that all the new track has been done and installed, and now it's just a matter of testing the rides. It'll be great to see what it's like when it actually reopens. And finally in the news today, vertical construction has officially begun on the brand new roller coaster coming to Six Flags Great Adventure. And honestly, it's actually genuinely surreal seeing this specific ride actually now going vertical, especially considering all the mystery around it. But if you don't know what I'm actually talking about, basically the brand new record-breaking launch coaster has officially commenced vertical construction. Six Flags Great Adventure is an amusement park located in Jackson, New Jersey. Operating since 1974, the park has been home to a number of iconic attractions over the years, including King the Car, the former tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. In November 2024, King the Car operated for the very last time, with the ride's demolition taking place in February 2025. A month after the ride officially operated for the last time, Six Flags Great Adventure confirms that King the Car was permanently closed, and that it would be replaced by a brand new record-breaking launch coaster. The park have not officially shared the specific details on this new coaster. However, it is heavily rumoured to be a Mach-Rise shuttle extreme spinning coaster, reaching heights of over 400 plus feet. In February 2026, the first track sections for this new coaster arrived, confirming Mack Rides as its manufacturer. Yesterday, the very first piece of framework for the ride's track was installed, marking the beginning of vertical construction. The new roller coaster is set to open in 2027. So yeah, vertical construction is now underway for this brand new mystery coaster. Again, like I said, it's rumoured to be a Mack Extreme spinning coaster, but rather than having a traditional full circuit layout, it's rumoured to be a shuttle coaster, which is quite an interesting move. That is quite strange as well, considering that literally, like I think it was last year, they only opened Flash Vertical Velocity, which is a Vekoma Super Boomerang coaster, but that is also a launch shuttle coaster. Now, again, we'll have to wait and see what it's all like, but personally I'm actually quite excited to see how this all plays out, especially considering the record-breaking aspect of it. Like, what could that mean? I reckon they're going to go for the tallest and fastest spinning coaster on Earth. Not necessarily the world's tallest, because they did submit crane permits, and they said they wanted to have cranes as high as 450 feet. Now, compare that to the current tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world, Falcon's Flight. That's over 640 foot tall, so they're definitely not going for the world's tallest or fastest coaster, but world's tallest and fastest spinning coaster, absolutely. With that height, it could completely obliterate the records held by basically every other spinning coaster on the planet. And yeah, it's going to be absolutely insane when this thing opens. It was supposed to open this year, but then they delayed it until 2027, which is the right move, considering track only arrived like very recently. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what this brand new roller coaster is like when it actually starts to take shape and we get a better idea of what the ride's layout will be like. So yeah, that is it for this week's episode of Coaster News. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you would like to see in the next video. Goodbye.